Hello, and welcome back to Bits and Bobs. It is your host, Yanan. And no, I don't want to play dominoes because my back's killing. My back is killing. So starting it off on a really positive note, back pain, what's new? As we age, I grow closer to the grave every second. I can feel it calling my name. My body is shutting down. Weird segue. Frank Caprio died. Just right off the top, first item on the agenda. Frank Caprio is no longer with us. That ruined me. I'm not a well woman. He was like, you know what I mean? Like, he was a ray of sunshine in this awful, awful world, doing wonderful things for his community and teaching others to do wonderful things for their community. Oh, R.I.P. Frank, man. What a ledge. If you haven't seen, you'll see his clips all over socials, I'm sure now. I think even BBC reported it. Like, he was beloved the world over. What a guy. Kind of hoping his son takes his place, but I have no idea if his son's even in the legal profession, and didn't know he had a son until I learnt of his passing via his son. So, you know. On to better things. On to better and brighter things. It is Jersday in my household. I mean, it's not literally Jersday, but it is, for all intents and purposes. JETS Jets. Let's go, baby. I have started season 8, so we're going to do this season 8, episode 1 debrief. Why was that hard for me to remember? I'm going to do one per week just to stretch it out. And obviously, as you guys know, I'm behind. So I'm hoping that a lot of you will have watched what I'm seeing now already. And for that reason, I'm going to include an anonymous Google link in the description of each episode. So in the YouTube, Spotify description, but also I'll probably put it in TikTok somewhere. Maybe, I don't know. But if it's not on TikTok, just go to the episode. Just do me a favor, go to the episode and it'll be there. And if you have any comments about the episode, just anything Jersey Shore related that you want me to discuss on the pod, or that you just want to chip in and let the audience know, use me as your vessel. I will deliver that message for you. Come on, guys, chip in. This is a group effort, a community effort. But that being said, JETS Jets, let's go. Okay, so we start off the episode and it's the girls kind of meet up. They split into the girls and the boys. And I mean, that's for obvious reasons. Ron is back, so hello. But I just, straight away, I just cannot believe how big the kids are getting. It is crazy to me. Like, how is Lorenzo basically like a man? It's so weird seeing how tall he is, seeing how grown he is. I think all the kids are cute. Like, I really do have a soft spot for like Sissy and Milani. I think their friendship is really cute. But I've got to give it up for Dina and Chris because they have made some really cute kids. All of the kids are cute. I'm not picking favorites, and I would never, just to be clear. But CJ is such a cutie, is he not? Oh, and he seems so sweet and polite. And the others seem like how my kids would probably be, you know, rude, sarcastic. Just how you want them, really. Just how you want them. So yeah, girls meet up. And I think it starts at, I think they're at Nicole's house. I can't remember. But Jenny walks in there offended because Milani called her like Y2K, which not even an insult, by the way. It's back, baby. Let's get into that. And she's offended by this and confused when she literally walks in looking like she could have come from the set of Made in Manhattan, like in this cream, like off the shoulder jumper with like almost knee-high boots, like just calf boots and a dark jean. Like, what were you expecting? And then we get into like what everybody's been doing like over the break, and Dina reveals that she has joined the PTA and is the class mom. That is the most Dina shit ever. Like, she is, of all the girls, she's like the mommest mom. She's like a movie mom. So this makes complete sense. But it is also kind of crazy considering like how she was back in the day. It's wild for all of them, but like I feel like Dina really like has switched it up. So it's wild to me that she's such a like, you know, like a mom. They're all amazing moms. This is not a critique. Watching Sam struggle with her IVF journey, like, but knowing, obviously we know she's pregnant already, knowing that like makes this so much easier, because I will probably be ripping my hair out, like thinking, oh my God, it's not going to work, you know, myself and the other family members, what are we going to do about this? How are we going to support her? So I'm glad that we like know she is pregnant. So we know that there's light at the end of the tunnel, because that would have been quite stressful. Of course, Ange is not there. Of course she's not. Why would she be? It's Ange. But nothing could have prepared me for what the camera cut to when we finally caught up with Ange. That was like, it's so nuts. But honestly, excellent use of free will. Excellent use of free will. The vocals were on life support. They were like just dead on arrival. So yeah, that producer needs to stop lying to her, because he's not helping. But it was very reminiscent of like someone's mom at a hen party. They're all at karaoke and, you know, everyone's way too drunk. She's feeling it, but she's also half asleep at the same time. Like it was sleepy, almost sultry, but just slurry mainly. Yeah, but that producer is being like way too, he's not gassing her up, but he's still being like way too positive about her doing like obscenity in that booth. Like he needs to bring her back down to reality and like maybe give her like actual tips, I think. I have thought this for so long, but this just really like solidifies it in my mind. I think Angelina is so housewife coded. Like I really think she'd do well on like one of the obviously New Jersey. But the Real Housewives franchises, she seems so suited to that show. And her just doing this like housewife-esque music just really ties it all together. Like I always felt it. I always knew it would work, but now I think we can all see it. And I really want them to take this as like the audition, because let's have her on both shows. I'm not saying let's kick her off, but you know, I think she'd create a wonderful amount of chaos over there that would be quite delicious to watch. I do. So while in the booth, she is, of course, abusing her producer's time by using him as a therapist. Why does she do this? She does this with everyone, like people she doesn't even know very well. She just feels so comfortable, like spilling all of her secrets to them, like just anyone who's willing to listen, or not willing, actually, she's kind of forcing it upon people a lot of the time, but she'll just kind of go for it, tell them absolutely everything going on in her life. And that's just like, that's not cool. Like you can pay people to do that and they will have probably more professional advice to give you. But oh man, I know he's tired of her. I know he hates to see her come in. And then a similar situation, another shoulder to cry on appears. We meet this girl, Dana, who's apparently like her best friend in the whole world. How have we never met her then? We've literally never met this woman before. Why has she always got a new best friend? Why is it always, she can never keep a relationship going. It's crazy. Like she goes through best friends like she goes through cigs. And you know she's smoking them. You know she is going through like a pack of 20 a minute at this rate. Like just hearing those vocals was confirmation enough, but just listen to her voice, the quality of it. It degrades every year. She's like got the voice of someone who's really committed to this lifestyle, who like someone who never even considered vaping, like straight up cigs. Now, before we got like through the full conversation with Dana and her, I was reminiscing on last season as well. I was reminiscing on last season as well. And I do think like she is getting better. Like it's small, it's incremental, but I do think therapy is working for her. Like I think she's better able to articulate herself. I think that she is like learning how to describe her feelings and understand other people's point of views, because she really struggles with like empathizing with the other side. It's always about her. So I do think she is getting better, but or at least I thought, until we got to the point in the conversation with Dana where she starts like flipping out. I don't understand how this, like, I don't understand how she keeps doing this. How does she keep riling herself up? Because this is what happens. She riles herself up to the point where she starts believing things that are like complete fallacies. But she's making that same mistake again. Like she's talking with this friend Dana and she's explaining that like she hasn't seen them because like, you know, whenever she's around them, she gets sick. And her new best friend, Dana, quite rightly says, I think that has more to do with you and your kind of like internal processes rather than them. And Angelina sits there and has the nerve to say, no, I think they're bad. I want to shake her. I want to shake her. How? Ange, how do we keep getting to this place? Nothing happened. They did nothing to you. Mike is, you know, but like truly, like nothing. They want nothing bad for you. I don't know how she doesn't see this. It is so frustrating to watch her like do this thing where she starts ruminating and spinning in her own mind and has to create a villain. It can't be her. Her own behavior cannot be the reason she ever ends up in these situations. It always has to be somebody else's, and it's always somebody in the group or the whole group. Never her. And the crazy thing is, and I mean this, like, I really do mean this with like respect and love. Hear this with respect and love. I'm sure you're listening. They do not give a fuck about you in that way. They're not thinking about you like you think they're thinking about you. Sammy's going through IVF for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? Bigger things are going on. Jenny is too busy like directing movies, being the real life Morticia Addams and raising 2 tweens. Nicole is literally like trying to find her birth family, which you should understand since you went through the same process. Like she's trying to find her birth family while running an empire, while chauffeuring her 3-star athletes. Dina is running the PTA like the Navy, and the boys could not give a fuck if you lived or died. I'm joking. That was JK. But I mean, specifically Mike. I think Mike has got surveillance outside of her house 24/7. That boy is obsessed with her. It's crazy. Like literally, Ange, no one cares. They're not thinking bad. They don't want to be bad. They just want you to chill the fuck out so that you can all be chill together, so you can make your TV show together and just hang out and have a good time. When will she get it? When will she get it, guys? I don't know how much more I can take. When will she get it? I think Ange brings a lot of like production value to the show. I do think there are times where it could get very boring if, you know, she wasn't a part of the show. But I also truly would sit and watch them do nothing. I would sit around and watch them breathe each other's air and eat a salad. Like, I think sometimes them just having fun and being nice to each other is also nice. I think people's real life problems, like, look at like what Sammy's going through, Nicole's like whole genealogy journey, like these are all interesting things. It doesn't always have to be crazy shenanigans and like ramblings of somebody who is not mentally stable. We can all have a nice time. And you think about these times in the show where like Ange's had these vulnerable moments where she's going through a lot and she finally like just reaches out to the group for support, and it's lovely, and they all rally around her. And it's like so heartwarming as a viewer and family member to watch them all get along and support each other and be happy and have fun. Like, that's wonderful. Let's do more of that, Ange. Let's celebrate that. Come on, please. Anyway, moving on. So the boys meet up. They go to that, what is it, San Gennaro? Okay, I think it's San Gennaro. I mean, I did just look up how to pronounce it on YouTube, which makes me feel sick. It makes me feel like I'm not really Italian, which is the case, but I don't like to believe that. I don't want to believe that. But yeah, they go to San Gennaro Festival. Oh my God, I am such a big back because that food looks so damn good. I am so hungry. I'm hungry thinking about it. It looks so fun. In fact, call out to all NYC, NJ, like all adjacent states. Can somebody invite me, please? Because I'm not just going to go by myself. I need someone to take me around, take me under your family's wing, adopt me even, so I don't have to leave. That would be great. But yeah, I really want to go. It looks so fun. And one's coming up this September. Bit too soon. I get it. Planning might not work, but you know, keep me in mind for next year. I'm wonderfully house trained for the most part. Few accidents here and there, it's fine. So, you know, keep that in mind. But yeah, it looks so good. The boys having that dinner in front of like where the fans are just watching them would like... I can't imagine doing that. That would set off my fight or flight response. I don't know how Vinny got through it. Like, I could see him twitching. He was ready to jump, but he could not take that. And then those girls taking pictures with Ronnie, like, are we okay? Are you okay? Must be Chris Brown fans. Mike finally has a regular haircut. I know he got his, you know, we're going to do the whole, oh, he must have went to Turkey. Yeah, I'm sure he did. Point is, the bouffant is gone. That bloody bouffant that he's had for like practically the whole of family vacation. To be fair, I've always disliked his haircut. I always have. I don't know why it was always just like a little patch here and then nothing. And maybe that's because he like had a hair thinning or like his hair was already like going in the OG seasons. But I've always thought his hair was like not great. And then he came back for family vacation and it was just this like pompadour of like just this surface area, which was really strange to me. But yeah, I love it now. I think it looks great. Oh my God. And we finally get to, and okay, I'm just going to calm down because that made it seem like I'm like into Mike like that. And I just want to let everyone know I never fell victim to Mike and his shtick. I never thought he was attractive. I never thought he was cute. I never thought he was talented. I was always very much a Paulie and Vinny girl and literally every girl in the house girl, obviously. But yeah, no, Mike was not and is not, you know, that to me. But having said that, guys, we finally saw Mike kind of half shirtless. I can't remember where it was in that episode now, but they called him or FaceTimed him at some point, and he was like getting a facial right, and he was like on the table, and you could see like kind of like half of him was not covered, and his boobies are huge, you guys, huge boobs. I don't know why he's so shy about his body. Like, no one is expecting him to look like he did when he was like 27 or whatever. Like, he clearly has a great body. We're not expecting the six pack. We're really not. We're not expecting you to be ripped up like Rambo. Just get it out. Show it off to the girls. Come on. That's fun. First episode and we already see Nino and Paula. How do you guys... This is a question for the audience. How do you guys feel about Paula and Nino? Do you like them and how much they're included in the show? Could you do with less of them? I'm of the mind of they are like 100% part of the family to me, and I do enjoy seeing them. Like, I think if, God forbid, either one of them passed, I'd probably be booking a flight and sneaking my way into the funeral. Like, I get it's all very much produced now with the family vacation season. So them being involved feels more forced and more kind of like not as organic as it once did. And I get that it happens a lot, specifically with Nino, but I do love them. I can't help it. I am a sucker for them. And like, I know that they're most likely Republican. We saw Vinny at the Republican convention. But I think they could be changed. I think we could swing them. I do. But I also completely get like not wanting to see them all the time. But I'm hoping you like them like I do. Okay, the last part of the episode is like Nicole finding out more about her family from the genealogist. Straight up, we need to get this genealogist a TV show. Maybe she already has one and I'm just like uninformed. But is she not amazing? Like, she's actually really good at what she does. And is also just like really sweet and nice. Like, I could see like a show with her working. But yeah, I thought she was fabulous. I'm so glad her parents were there, because I was really worried that it was going to be like too difficult for them, or that they'd be like, you know, just too upset. I can tell that like Snooki's mom was upset, like more so than the dad, or maybe she just was visibly more so like taking it harder. But they were there, and that is really sweet. Oh my God. When Nicole cried seeing her birth mom, I was like gone. Tears in my eyes. I really respect that she's obviously, these are just people that have no connection to this world or, you know, TV in general. So completely get that we're not going to be seeing them, but I am dying to see. Like, I really want to see her mom. I just want to see how similar they are. Not her mom, but her birth mom. I just want to see how similar they look. But yeah, I completely get it. If I just side note, I don't know my dad, but if I ever got like a picture of my dad, I think I'd break down. Like, and it's not even, I don't know why either. I think it's just like seeing like, oh, that's why I have this, or that's why I have that. It's just like small bits of you that, or your life, or like the picture of you that are incomplete, and they just kind of add that little piece. But yeah, like seeing her cry at the siblings, I completely get it. I found out that I had half siblings and broke down, because like I'd always wanted siblings, always. And then finding out that you kind of like, you have them is crazy. It's a lot in one moment. So, I was just really, really happy for her. Everyone started laughing about her brother looking a bit like Jionni, but I'm just going to say this. I have low-key thought Jionni and Snooki looked way too similar for a long time. Well, no, I don't want to say way too similar, but they do look similar to me. And I've always thought Jionni is like way too tan to be Italian. So I would be getting that DNA test immediately. That is like one of my biggest fears, or like was one of my biggest fears, is that I'd somehow fall in love with someone, or like, you know, see someone who was somehow related to me and I just didn't know. I just would have no clue. It used to haunt me. It still does, to be fair. Like, it's just, may that love never find me. May that type of, yeah, no. Oh my God, I cannot imagine how scared Nicole must have been to like message her mom. Just like thinking about, she really wants to keep her parents in on this, and she doesn't want to disrespect them or make them feel like, you know, unwanted or unimportant. So that's got to be weighing on her. She's also saw how it went with Angie's dad, and so that again has got to be weighing on her. It's got to be there in the back of the mind. And then she's just like, they're just like these regular people, and she's this famous person. She's got to be thinking like, oh God, what if? Like, there's a lot of what ifs. There's a lot of kind of, not danger, but like a lot of ways this could go south because of the, you know, the status and the money that she has. But I'm really, really hoping that it goes well. I'm really hoping they get to FaceTime at some point instead of just like message. I know it's none of our business. It's nothing to do with us. These are just regular people trying to live a regular life. But I really want to see them. I want to see them so bad. Like it would just be so cute to like see her brother and her sister. Did she say she had sisters? I can't remember. I don't think so. But yeah, just like to see what because she does look very Chilean. Like she has the big eyes that Chileans tend to have. So yeah, it'd just be really interesting to see what like her bio family looks like in comparison. Oh, I literally can't wait to watch next episode. Yeah, please, even though I've done this one, in the Google form, leave any thoughts that you have about this episode. You can start loading up for next episodes as well. Like I said, as long as you just tell me what episode it is in, let's just say the subject line. I can't remember what the form is going to look like at this stage, but as long as you tell me what episode it's for, then I won't get spoilers because I won't look beyond the point that I'm at. But please let me know your thoughts. Let me know if I've missed anything or if there's like stuff behind the scenes that I don't know about that impacts a certain episode. Please tell me if I haven't mentioned it because I want to know. I want to know all the tea. Are you guys on the Jersey Shore Reddit? Because I certainly am, and I've been obviously staying off there for like quite a while, just in case I got any spoilers from season 8. But I can't wait to be back on. Let's just say that I can't wait to be back on. Okay, next item, really quick, just a really quick kind of shout out to McVitie's. Jamie, if you're watching, if you have the power, hun, can you please keep the hot honey Jaffa cakes in circulation? Like, I think I might be the only person that liked them, but I'm obsessed with them. And I cannot find them anywhere now. I think they ran their course. They obviously were a limited time offer, or they were just not popular, which I suspect is the main reason they are not on shelves anymore. Apart from in like Heron Foods and stuff like that. But I can't find enough of them. I need them. Did anyone else like them? Did anyone else try them? If you did, please let me know. Feel free to use the anonymous Google link to let me know. Like, I really need them to stay in rotation or just have a personal supply delivered to me. So Jamie, if you are listening, DM and I'll send the address back. Okay, so next item on the agenda. I just want to complain, really. One of my favourite activities in life. But it's about just like the plight of glasses wearers. But it's about the plight of glasses wearers. I don't think it's talked about enough, really, because, you know, it is, when you think about it, it is a disability. It is. It certainly impacts the way I live my life. And I'm not talking about, you know, oh, I need glasses so that I can read. I need glasses so that I can, you know, see far away or see when I drive. Although very important to see when you drive. I'm talking about people who literally have no, like 24/7, 365 days a year. You need them to move around. Like, you need them. You cannot see without them in a way that is helpful or safe. I'm talking about, you know, the ones that would need corrective surgery that could potentially further ruin their eyesight just so that they could wear contacts. Speaking from personal experience, you know, I'm talking about the ones, you know, some of us who need to shave our prescription lenses down because they're so strong, but even when you shave them down, they're still too thick for the frame. Yeah, like, it's not a fun life. It's not a fun life. In fact, I remember a time specifically where, like, glasses would get you bullied. They really would get you bullied. And then I remember this switch where everyone was... Do you guys remember when everyone started wearing those real 3D glasses, like with the lenses cut out? They just started wearing those around in public because that's how popular glasses were at the time, that people just wanted to have some... It didn't matter if the frame looked good. They just wanted something on their face. I remember that turn. I remember when the tides turned and I finally felt a bit vindicated. But I don't, my culture is not your costume. Okay, darling, it's not your costume. You don't understand the struggle. Okay. Just walking down the street on a very hot day can be very strenuous when you're a real glasses wearer, okay? The glasses sliding down the nose constantly, impairing the vision, giving you sensory overload like you would not believe. Any sort of strenuous or vigorous exercise, forget about it. Forget about it. It is impossible. It's impossible. Think about it. Do you ever see professional athletes wearing glasses? I'll wait. No, you don't. You do not see them on the field, on the court, in their specs, because that would be crazy, because you cannot play with them. You cannot play at a professional level, let alone an amateur level, and not be constantly bothered or worried about the impending doom because you are wearing glasses and they are slipping down your nose from sweat, or they're going to get smashed into your eyes. And no, I'm not wearing sport goggles. No, and I don't think those people count in terms of athletes. We're not talking about people who were brave enough, because it's a brave move to walk out there with sports goggles on. It could never be me. It could never be me. And I just feel like we are in the year of our Lord 2025. When is the technology going to get there? When are you going to make my glasses sport ready? Because honestly, I think my life would be completely different. I really do. Like, I do have the competitive nature. I do like the fun of a sport, but clearly that was never going to be the case for me because I had to worry about the hazards of this going on. So if some engineer could really get on that and find a way to make them safe during sport, that'd be fabulous. That would be fabulous. No, I'm not going to get LASIK. Don't stress that either. I'm not putting a laser in my eye. For what? For what? I also don't think it would be an option for me in the real glasses wearers that I'm talking about. But, I can never wear fun sunglasses. I could never have those Balenciaga bug glasses. They just so cunt. The glasses are preventing me from serving cunt. Okay? There is no cunt to be served because I have to wear these jam jars all the time. I can't just go pick up a pair of glasses willy-nilly and just shove them on. You can't just make a prescription for any kind of shape of lens. So I am very limited in the glasses that I do have. And while we're on the subject of sunglasses, once you've put them on, I have to commit to them. Real glasses wearers, once you've got the sunglasses on, you're walking around with them all day. If you're out and you've got them on, there's no taking them off because switching between the two is a bloody nightmare. So you're in the shops with sunglasses on looking like, you think you're a bit of something when realistically, you're just blind. So, and don't give me that about variofocals. Or whatever they're called, transition lenses. I'm not doing transition lenses, okay? I have enough going on. Why would you suggest that to me? That's like a hate crime. You just slurred me. Don't do that. And this one doesn't happen as much anymore, but it still does enough for me to bring it up. Just don't ask to try them on. Don't make me get my boz eye out in public. It's really just, this is my face. My glasses are my face. Without them, I'm like a mole rat. I'm nothing. Do not do this. You wouldn't ask Batman to take off his mask, would you? Actually, I would. That's a bad example. You wouldn't ask Stephen Hawking to get out of his chair and give you a go, would you? You wouldn't go, all right, Steve, do you mind hopping out? I just want to have a whiz on it. No, because that would be crazy. And it's just as crazy to ask to try on my glasses and then go, oh, you're so blind. Oh, how would you see? Well, I don't see, and that's why I have them. Leave me alone. Oh, it's so hard, you guys. People with strong prescriptions, we are so put upon. Nobody understands our plight. And I wanted to give voice to the struggle. And if you're listening, darling, if you're out there with a 6, 7 or stronger, I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay, I'm such an idiot. But seriously, it is it's kind of frustrating. Okay, last item on the agenda. And this one's rough. This one's tough. It really is tough for me personally because it's a Birmingham L. I don't like to bring L's to the pod. I want only dubs for the 0121, but this is a straight up L, and it is in my face every day I go to work, and it is just pissing me off now. I'm of course talking about the Birmingham born and bred Operation Raise the Colours. So if you're unaware, it's starting to spread across the I mean, it has spread across the country, but it started in South Birmingham, very close to where I work, and it's essentially self-proclaimed patriots hanging Union Jacks and St George's flags like off lampposts, anywhere that they can hang them, just hanging them, painting small roundabouts with a red cross to resemble St George's flag. Just popping the flags wherever they can. This has to be the most jobless activity I've seen in a while. Like truly peak unemployment, because when you see the Wheelie Castle area, surrounding area, the scale of this, like if these people actually put this kind of level of intensity and tenacity into finding employment, into gaining education, into anything really, we could really do some good. We could do some good because the scale is actually quite impressive. Like it's real, like it's a lot of flags in a lot of area. Like they've covered a very, very wide margin. And I just think we could put that energy to better use. Like these guys could actually, they could start a food bank. They could create a youth group of some kind. Although I wouldn't really trust my kids in the hands of these sorts. But neither here nor there. Look, there is nothing wrong with hanging a flag. There really isn't. As long as it's on private property, let's just start there. Private property, guys. In your own houses, backyards, all of that sort of stuff. Your own businesses. Hang it. Do it. Go for it. However, don't be surprised when people seem to have an issue with it, because it's people like you that have given that flag such a bad name, that have associated that flag with all these terrible things and ideologies. Because it's not just about having British pride or, a healthy nationalism. It is about the extreme unhealthy nationalism. It's about racism, anti-migrant sentiment. It's never just about like celebrating England, which right now I'm not sure what we have to celebrate. Look, don't get me wrong. I'm very grateful to be born here. Like everyone who was born here, we got lucky. It's pure luck that we ended up being born where we were. And because of that, I grew up in a fairly rich country, which afforded me opportunities that people in other places might not have got. So I'm incredibly grateful for that. But what have we actually got to celebrate right now? Like, genuinely, please tell me what we've got to celebrate right now. Cost of living's never been higher. The rich are the richest they've ever been. The poor are only getting poorer. The NHS is in the worst position it's been in God ever. Our government is literally like funding wars and genocide. Human rights are at risk. We've never been more divided. There's like no sense of community anymore. So really, what is there to be proud of? That's genuinely where I struggle with this. Because if it's about that, then I really don't know what it is. But it's not about that, is it? And it's never about that. It's about racism, like it always is. And I've got some fun little TikTok comments that I've saved on a few posts. So I think Channel 4 did a story on this. I'm sure other outlets did as well. But just on this post alone, someone brings up a very valid point. It's like, come on, lads, why restrictions? Put up whatever flag you fancy. What's the issue? Right? Put up whatever flag. Who cares? Put up any flag you want. I'm all for that. If the council have a problem with hanging flags on public property, fine. But nothing wrong with hanging whatever flag you want wherever on your own personal property. Fine. And of course, that wasn't okay. That was not okay for the movement. Should only be British flag, devolved nation flags and country flags. Shouldn't be a single Palestinian flag. And there you have it, the crux of the issue. Islamophobia, racism. Because, this is the thing, there's a reason that you're seeing a lot of Palestinian flags flying at the moment. And it's because there is a war on Gaza. There is, a genocide taking place in Gaza. And people want that to come to an end. Because it's not right, is it? Children dying and being starved isn't right. I think at a base level, a base human level, people being killed and starved indiscriminately is not okay. They further go on to say we shouldn't have flags like the Pakistani flag or the Palestine flag, etc., flown in public areas. This is Britain. Like, come on. And again, those examples using brown people. What you mean is you don't want people who are from nations that are predominantly brown or perhaps Muslim to have the right to fly their flag, because that is a problem for you for some reason. Want to be firefighter? Please, God, I hope you're not. No. The only flag that should fly in a country is the flag of that country. Okay, so like when other countries come and visit us for football, what are they supposed to do? Fly the England flag as well? Like, are you dumb? Are you dense? Please. My God. No other nation's flag. That's disrespectful to the nation you reside in. Is it? Please stop being so dense. Stop being so dense. As if flying a flag of another nation somehow makes you less British, less grateful to be here. Like, you can be British and be ethnically from somewhere else. As much as you like to believe that's not what being British is, that literally is what it is. British is a nationality. At the end of the day, a lot of migrants have British passports, and I know a lot of you fellas don't have a passport. So, who's more British, really? Do you know what I mean? Oh, I didn't even finish. So, yeah, it's disrespectful to the nation you reside in, especially if that nation pays for everything for you so you can stay illegally, all caps. Can we please just use critical thinking? I know it might be hard. I know if this is a skill you did not develop at any point during your educational journey. But think about what you've just said. Why would a nation pay for everything that a person needs so they can be here illegally? How does that make sense? Like, really, make it make sense to me. It doesn't, because A, not everything is paid for, and B, it is a legal process. Applying for asylum and being a refugee is a legal process. There is no illegality involved. And just for the record, couldn't care if you came here illegally. Literally could not care. As long as you are here, safe, happy, have what you need, and are willing to work and put into the system just like everybody else, great. Great. Because that makes you literally just like all of us. Well, not like all of us. I will not elaborate on that point, but even though people on the far right and part of these groups like to claim that, so much money in benefits is being given to these illegal migrants, obviously statistics show otherwise. And it's in fact usually people from their own demographic who are taking the vast majority, which is, by the way, also fine. Everyone should have what they need to live a life. Basic human rights should be met. And that shouldn't be divvied out based on skin colour, or religion, or ethnicity. Another comment. Keep going, everyone. Our flag is only dangerous to those that don't respect the country that they're in. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's dangerous because of what you lot have made it represent, man. When you see it in such large quantities like that, and in such deliberate placements like that, I know what it means. I know what it represents. It's not like, yay, the lion, go lionesses. It is a reason to be scared, because I know that I'm entering a place where it might be a small minority, but there is a loud small minority, and I'm not even that confident that it's that small anymore. The rise of, nationalism and racism is just, it's alarming. It is alarming. But I know that there are people here in this vicinity that hold these beliefs. And yeah, right now it's predominantly about migrants. I think it's only so long before it's all of us. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just about, brown migrants, Muslim migrants, then it's about black people. It's about black immigrants, black British people, people who were born here. These are the quiet things. These are the things that they don't necessarily say out loud at first. But I think it's, no matter what, this is where this kind of line of thinking and this sentiment and this kind of rhetoric leads. Even if people aren't thinking this now, this is where it goes. It's trans people, it's gay people, it's all minorities. Anyone who isn't white, anyone who doesn't look the way that they think an English person or a British person should look is at risk. Anyone who threatens traditional values is in danger. That's what I see when I see this flag in those quantities, because of the people that have taken it and made it mean that. I would actually love to see the flag and not have that association. In fact, let's do it now. We need to take back the flag. We need to take back the flag. We need to start using it in a way which sends a message to these people that, it's not just yours, and it doesn't mean the things that you think it means. It doesn't represent the people that you think it represents. It represents all of us. I don't know how we're going to achieve this without ourselves looking like, like we maybe stand outside hotels and threaten people's lives. But I would really love if we could figure out a way to take it back and just make it, I don't want to say make it great again. That's not the terminology I'm looking for. But, have it be something we maybe could be proud of again. I think the reason a lot of people, it's not unknown why people buy into this anti-migrant racist rhetoric, because they want someone to blame for how shit things are, how shit life is right now. And that is, it's not migrants. It's not people coming over in boats. It's not people fleeing war. We have more in common with these people than we do the richest people in our country, who are literally playing you like puppets. You are Kermit the Frog right now. You are Elmo, right? Just playing you like puppets in this little game so they can stay in power, keep making things crap for us so they can get even richer. Not that they need it, but that's how greedy they are. So this is just, I really hate that this came from Birmingham. I really hate that it started here. I will never understand this. I will never ever understand this. And I wish I knew what to do or to say to get through to people like this. But I don't. I really hope that they just listen and hear reason. And I know they're thinking the same about us. Like, how can we not see what they're seeing? That sort of thing. I get that. And I can empathize with how they have bought into this, right? But I do think there is, in the words of Kamala Harris, there needs to be a bit of education, But my biggest worry is that it's not that people are not educated. My biggest worry is that they are and they just don't care. Well, that was really, what a lovely note to finish on. That was a lot. Let's all just take a breather, okay? Crack a cold Pepsi Max, get that down the old gullet, and it'll all feel better after that. All feel better. Put some Jersey Shore on. We'll all be all right, won't we? Okie dokie. Thanks once again for listening to Bits and Bobs, and I hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.